Hello and welcome to today's video. Yes, I am wearing a blanket. So in today's video my plan is to actually basically just do a video that I've been seeing going around loads. So 24-hour reading vlogs are really common. You try and stay up for 24 hours and read. And the last few weeks I've been seeing quite a few people do 24-hour reading vlogs, but rather than staying up and keep reading, they set a timer on their phone, which I'm going to attempt to do, and they're basically just, where is it, stopwatch. So I've got the stopwatch up, and every time they pick up the book and read, they start it and they read, and when they stop reading they stop it. And the point is to actually read for 24 hours. Now I don't know how long of a book I'd be able to read in that time. For right now I've picked up 2 books that I think I can probably read in 24 hours. 12 hours each seems like it should be plenty of time. So I've picked up The Inheritance Games and Finlay Donovan is Killing It. These are the 2 that I'm kind of going to prioritise and try and read, and when I finish these 2 I'll see how much time I've got left and decide where to go from there. I think I'm going to start with Finlay Donovan is Killing It, so I guess we'll start here. So Finlay Donovan, single mum and blame-ring crime writer, is having a hard time. Her ex-husband went behind her back to fire the nanny, and this morning she sent her 4-year-old to school with hair duct taped to her head after an unfortunate incident with scissors. Making it to lunch with her literary agent is a minor victory, but as she's discussing the plot of the latest crime novel, the conversation is misinterpreted by a woman sitting nearby as that of a hit woman offering her services to dispose of a problem husband. And when the woman slips Finlay her name and a promise of a large sum of cash, Finlay finds herself plotting something much bigger than her novel. After all, they do always say, write what you know. So that is kind of the plot, the summary. I think this could be a favourite mystery kind of series. I don't know if this is cozy mystery, but that's kind of the category my brain wants to put it into. I'm hoping the children aren't in it much. That's just not something I choose to have any part of, and something I avoid in terms of entertainment. I just don't care, and I know if they are in it loads it will probably hinder my enjoyment. And I'm also hoping that it starts quite quickly. I feel on the back we learned quite a lot, and I don't mind that if all of that happens within a couple of chapters, but I feel sometimes they put too much on the back and you get halfway through and things are still happening that you already kind of knew were going to happen. So those are kind of the 2 things where I'm if these things happen, if these things don't happen, they could really affect it. But overall I'm really excited to pick this up. It honestly got really popular. I think the 3rd book comes out next year, and yeah, I just want to give it a read, give it a try and see what I think of it. So that is what I'm going to do. When I pick it up I'll start my stopwatch and I'll probably just come and check in as and when. Maybe every time I notice it get to a couple of hours in on the stopwatch I'll come check in and we'll see where I am. So yeah, that is the plan for the next 3-4 days, I guess. Okay, so I am an hour and 21 minutes into reading. I don't know if you can even see that. Maybe, I'm not sure, but I'm an hour and 21 minutes into reading. And I've got to chapter 10 of Finlay Donovan is Killing It. And I feel it's just taken a turn where literally this last chapter, this last few pages. You know, the chapter was 12 pages long and it probably wasn't until a few pages in. But it's just got fun. It's just kind of got to a point where I'm like, oh, okay, look, we could be getting somewhere cool here. Like, we could be about to have a fun time rather than this very, like, negative, honestly stupid time that we've been having so far. Yeah, the first 9 chapters I really haven't liked. Which is really disappointing because I really had high hopes for this book. When I've gone into this book, I very much thought it's going to give me the same sort of enjoyment. There was a show on Netflix that very stupidly got cancelled called Good Girls, and I absolutely loved it. Like, it was a bit silly, it was a bit daft, but it was 3 moms and they essentially needed money, all of them for a variety of reasons, but they needed money and they committed crimes to get money, and it just kept getting like higher and higher and higher in terms of like the stakes. And it was just a lot of fun, and that's what I was expecting like this. And the first 9 chapters were just moaning, so much crap about the children. I'm like, I literally couldn't give less of a shit. The ex-husband, who like literally is described in so many ways, and it's like, what? Why was he your husband to begin with? Like this is just stupidity. I think we're meant to think our main character is quite a clever intellectual character, you know, like she's written books, she's doing lots of research, like it's already been shown that she's doing loads of research for different things. And it's even like, you know, what's happened in the last chapter or 2, and it's like, how have all of these like accidents happened? Because how? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, if you are this intellectual person we've been made to think you are, this isn't realistic. So is our character just dumber than what is being portrayed as what? Yeah, I don't know. I'm up for keep going. I really feel like the last, you know, 7 or 8 pages have kind of turned it around, made me feel like it's going to be a bit more fun. We got introduced to like a character that's been mentioned but a new character we've actually met, and it sounds like this character's going to turn it all around and just be like, boom, let's go. So that's really how I'm hoping it's going to continue on. So yeah, I'll check in at some point. I'm probably going to go to bed soon and read in bed, so I'll probably check in the morning, but we'll just see. Hello. So I did end up reading a little bit more of Finlay Donovan last night, and my timer is now sitting at 2 hours, 1 minute and 59 seconds. And I'm on page 120 of this, which does mean that I'm reading it a page a minute, which is quite interesting because I've had a look and there's 355 pages. So I know that in total to read this book it will take 5 hours 55 minutes. So I already kind of know like where we're heading with this, where the time is going to sit. I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely enjoying it more. I think the last time I checked in was about chapter 10 and I'm on chapter 17. It's going really quick. It is a bit of fun. I don't think it's going to be a new favourite, unfortunately, but I do think I will be interested in continuing on in the series. Like, I am interested in this book. I am enjoying it enough to, like, you know, have that enjoyment out of it. It doesn't always have to be like a new favourite book, and it is fun. You know, there's still a lot of the book left, and I do still feel like there's a chance for a lot of movement in how I'm feeling, how I'm going. Right now, if I'd like read that and I was rating it, I'd probably give it 3 stars. Probably. Maybe 2.5. But, like, obviously a lot of that is plot. Not a lot of plot has happened in this amount. But yeah, like right now it's probably sitting at 3 stars, and I do feel like there's room for it to move up and down. But like the way we're going, hopefully it'll move up. So yeah, that is kind of my update on that. However, for at least the next 2 hours, I need to sort the house out. I need to, what do I need to do? The living room, the kitchen and the bathroom need sorting before Jay's parents come round. And Jay's working, like, so yay, I'm doing that. So what I have done, I've gone through my shelves and just looked at what audiobooks I've got available to me, and on Scribd I have found that The Poet X is available to me. So I think I'm going to listen to it. Look, it's one that I think I would have listened to the audiobook for anyway because of how it's written. My brain can't make like this sort of like poetry verses, like song like things happen in my brain. Like I can read a sentence in like a traditionally written book and picture it and do it, and that's great. I can't read like part of this and know like the best way for it to sound. So yeah, I think I'm going to pop the audiobook on for that. I have got it on Scribd, so yeah. Now, as always, I will link Scribd down below if you want to get 60 days for free. It also gives me 30 days. Yeah, I love Scribd. I've used it for well over a year now and I think it's great. But yeah, so I have got it. It's still loading. Yeah, so I've got it here. I'm going to pop some headphones on, go get the house tidy and then check in. What I know about this is very little. Xiomara, I think that's how you pronounce her name, obviously I will figure that out very quickly, has always kept her words to herself in her Harlem neighbourhood. Her fists and her fierceness do the talking. But X has secrets, her feelings for a boy in her bio class, the notebook full of poems that she keeps under her bed, and a slam poetry club that will pull those secrets into the spotlight. Because in spite of a world that might not want to hear her, Xiomara refuses to stay silent. A novel about first love and finding your own voice. I know, I think it's going to be fun, I think it's going to be nice, and I think it's going to be really interesting. I've only heard good things about this, so here's hoping I also find it good. Okay, I am 4 hours, can you even see that? 4 hours, 22 minutes into reading, and I've just finished the boat X. I'm giving it 4 stars. I think that seems quite realistic to me. Oh, I did kind of consider giving it 3.5, but I feel like 4 feels right. I enjoyed all of this except for like the end, basically. Things happened that I guess were resolved in ways that I wasn't happy with. Were resolved in a way that, 1, I didn't think should have been accepted, and 2, didn't feel realistic to me. If you do want to know, like if you've read this and want to know exactly how I feel, I have left a review on Goodreads with like a hidden spoiler bit. But yeah, really enjoyed the characters, really enjoyed everything the book did, the storyline. It was interesting, it was told in an interesting way. 100% recommend the audiobook for this. The audiobook was so good and made me really feel like I was like reading it like correctly, and like I was really able to like get everything out of the book that I felt I should be. But yeah, honestly I just really wasn't happy with the ending. It was probably only the last, literally that bit, so like that's like the last 20 pages really didn't enjoy. Yeah, that's all I can really say, but I'm giving it 4 stars. The rest of it is great. Like I had a fun time reading it. I thought the like relationships between different characters was interesting. I felt like the way it explored a few different things were interesting, but I felt like it could have said more and could have had more of an impact in like very difficult topics and discussions if it hadn't have ended the way it did. So yeah, there we go. That's all I have to say for that. I'm probably going to pick this one back up in bed. It's like 20 to 11, so I should probably go to bed soon. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm ill, so I'm not coming on camera right now, but I'm about to run myself a bath. It's late the next day. I've got, where are we? Come on, 5.5 hours in. Got some bath stuff here I'm going to figure out. I'm going to read this, probably finish it tonight if I'm lucky, and maybe start that. I'll talk more tomorrow when I'm hopefully, fingers crossed, feeling better. Okay, hello, so feeling a bit better today, and this morning we're joined by this little boy. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you. So, I thought I should talk about the books I've read. So last night I did indeed finish Finlay Donovan Is Killing It. I enjoyed this. I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. I don't know how to constructively talk about this, honestly, but essentially the points that felt lazy. There were some very convenient points, but also very unrealistic points. And overall, a lot of it just didn't work for me. Because it was setting it up to be a very normal, you know, a very current thing. Like, there wasn't anything out of the normal. But then, at the same time, the amount of belief you needed to suspend for certain things just wasn't working. And there's also a lot of stuff where I was like, this is meant to be like today and current to my knowledge. Like, I think it was released in 2021, you know, it was last year. The thing is, like, I assume, you know, it takes a while to write a book. Fair enough. So I don't think stuff like, you know, look, we have doorbells with cameras in there, like there's Ring doorbells. I don't think necessarily that not being there was shocking, but nowhere was there security cameras. Like, not in one place was there any CCTV. I just... Other technology was involved. They were using laptops and computers to do research, and yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed it for what it was, but it wasn't more than 3.5 stars for me. I'm intrigued to read the next book. I feel like there is potential for it to like keep getting better and better. I definitely enjoyed kind of like the ending part of it. Like, the last third was considerably better than the first 2/3, but it still just wasn't quite working. Yeah, I don't know, it's really difficult to say what exactly didn't work, but there were just lots of little things I think that just weren't clicking and weren't working together. So that is what we've ended up with. Annoyingly, my phone is on charge now, but annoyingly my phone died overnight, which means I did take a screenshot of the timer before going to bed, but I do only have the screenshot, the timer's disappeared. So I had got 7 hours, 57 minutes and 34 seconds in. So what I did is, like, on the computer I just did 24 hours minus that. That leaves us with 16 hours, 2 minutes and 26 seconds still to go, which this is taking a lot longer than I expected. I think today, like, I still don't feel amazing. I think I need a chill day. So I think what I'm literally going to do is read. So I'm hoping we'll, you know, get quite a bit into this. So what I am going to start is, well, I will say this will obviously count down now rather than count up. Else I would have had to leave the timer running for like the 7 hours odd to get to the right point again. So we're just going to count down, which I actually think will be more satisfying. I think I probably should have started with that to start with, because it's much more satisfying at counting down to 0. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to read The Inheritance Games. This is the one that I'm excited about. I think could be fun. It's kind of in that mystery thriller genre, but like, if you're talking sub-genres, it's like one that I haven't really read from before. So yeah, this is YA mystery-esque. I'll read the back. She came from nothing. Avery has a plan. Keep her head down. Work hard for a better future. Then, an eccentric billionaire dies, leaving her almost his entire fortune, and no one, least of all Avery, knows why. They had everything. Now she must move into the mansion she's inherited. It's filled with secrets and codes, an old man's surviving relatives, a family hell-bent on discovering why Avery got their money. Now there's only one rule, winner takes all. Soon she's caught in a deadly game that everyone in this strange family is playing. But just how far will they go to keep their fortune? Yeah, I think it sounds good. I think it sounds interesting. The reason I've picked it up now is the third and final book, it's a trilogy, has recently come out, like within the last few months, and yeah, people seem very excited and very happy with this series, so why not pick it up, give it a go. If I'm going to enjoy this genre, I might as well read a book that's already popular and a lot of people enjoy, to give myself like the best chance possible of enjoying it. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today, isn't it? We're going to read. Yeah, gonna read. Can I have my hand back? Oh, thank you. Okay, so still feeling rather shit. I've read for a couple of hours today. I've now got 14 hours and 16 minutes left on the timer, and I've got a little bit into this. I am on page 92, so I read some of it. I'm enjoying it so far. we're kind of, the point I'm at, we're not really looking into like the mystery aspect yet. Like, everyone is very aware of this mystery and what's going on, and everyone, you know, there's been discussion of the fact this is a mystery, but no one's actually starting to yet look into the mystery. So I still feel very hopeful with it. I've enjoyed the introduction to the characters. I still don't feel 100% that I can like tell the characters apart. Like, I can't tell. There's 4 brothers in this, and they plus our main girl Avery are the main characters. And I know who they are in terms of like which one's the oldest, which one's the youngest. But they were all described very differently, but they were all described very close together. And I think I'm going to have to look online at some point to see like which brother is actually which. Because sometimes she'll just like mention like the colour of eyes or something. I'm like, I literally don't remember this. So yeah, but I'm enjoying it so far. It's been interesting. I don't know how it's a trilogy. I assume that the main mystery will be solved in this. I don't see any of what happens unless a lot more stuff happens in this. But I'm intrigued now. I'm interested to keep reading. So yeah, I still feel like shit, so I'm probably just going to read until my head hurts too much to read. I've just taken some paracetamol, so hopefully we've got a bit longer in us. After that I'll probably just find an audiobook, because I do want to get through these hours now. Like, I've got other things I want to read and other videos I want to make. So yeah, we've still got 14 hours left of this. Hopefully by tomorrow, I'm thinking, I will finish this. But yeah, that is kind of my update. Okay, so I'm ridiculously ill. I don't know how many updates you're going to get from me from now on, but I'm literally almost at the halfway mark. And I'm going to start a new jigsaw and listen to Fairest, which is a prequel book in the Cinder Lunar Chronicle world. And I've currently got it at the library, and I've got it for another 12 days, so I'm going to keep listening to this and hope we feel better soon. Finished it, 4 stars. Okay, hello. The video quality on this is probably dreadful, essentially. I thought I'd record this on the laptop so I'm less in focus. So you've probably seen that a lot of the clips in this video haven't been of my face and have just been of a book and a quick statement. Tested positive for COVID today. Within the last 3 days, I've only read in total for 4 hours. My little timer thing is still on 8 hours 37 left. I am enjoying what I'm reading. I've just finished another book. I'm just really struggling. So basically this is me popping in to say I'm going to keep trying with this video. I'm definitely going to redo this video at another point where I feel like it's like better timed, when I'm not ill, ideally. But yeah. I have just finished this. I've given it 3 stars. I enjoyed it. I probably shouldn't have given it more, but honestly I'm ill and there's a couple of big things in here that really annoyed me. 1, HP references. This was published in 2020. Like, there's no reason for that. And 2 is how swearing was dealt with. It was so stupid. It was so silly. Didn't like it. But yeah, I'm giving it 3 stars. That's all I really have to update on. I've got a massive pile of books here on the bedside table, a lot of which I've started. And for this video, I know this probably isn't going to be the best end to the video, but I'm probably just going to read like the end of as many books as possible. Yeah, I'm probably just going to read like to the end of as many books as possible that I've already started this month and last month. I've got 8 hours, but I'm struggling to concentrate. But there's like 1, 2, 3, at least 4 books that I can very easily see that I've started and still have like between half a book and a quarter of a book left. So yeah, that's the plan. I'll try and update as much as possible. Importing the footage that I have taken over the last few days from the camera, and then I'll try and record some stuff. Yeah. Also, if there's less uploads than usual these next couple of weeks, this is why. Finished it. 4.5 stars, I think. That seems about right. I really enjoyed it. Took a little while to get into it, but from kind of like the halfway point on, it was really great. So yeah, just over 6 hours of the time are left, so I'll find something else to pick up. Maybe one of those, maybe many of those. I don't know. Okay, so last night I started reading Radio Silence and I'm enjoying it. I'm like that far in, like what's that, like halfway, and I've been reading it by listening to the audiobook for it. I've got 3 hours and 29 minutes left of the audiobook, and I have 3 hours and 12 minutes left of my timer, so essentially I'm just going to listen to this and that will be the 24 hours up. So that's the plan. I'm enjoying it so far. It's good, it's fun. I'll read the back of it as I haven't done an introduction to it. What if everything you set yourself up to be was wrong? Frances is a study machine with one goal. Nothing will stand in her way. Not friends, not a guilty secret, not even the person she is on the inside. Then Frances meets Alid, and for the first time she's unafraid to be herself. So when the fragile trust between them is broken, Frances is caught between who she was and who she longs to be. Now Frances knows that she has to confront her past, to confess why Caris disappeared. Frances is going to need every bit of courage she has. Honestly, it doesn't sound that interesting from the back, but it is actually really interesting. So, yeah. Okay, I'm here to end off the video. I did eventually finish this. I'm giving it 4 stars. I think I'm actually being quite generous, but I did overall enjoy it. And I do think it's probably like one of the better like novels that I've read from Alice Oseman. I did think it read very like true to character, and like the characters really seemed like their age, which is like the trouble that I've had with them in the past. So yeah, I'm gonna give it 4 stars, really happy with it. And that is the video over. We've officially read for 24 hours. This was a complete failure, I know it was, but we did actually do it. At some point in the future I will come back with reading for an actual 24-hour video again, but I will, like, fingers crossed, not get ill and take over a week to do it, because this definitely shouldn't have happened. But either way, I hope you enjoyed it. Do subscribe down below if you'd like to see more content like this. Give the video a like if you liked it, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.